Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Live from Akwacha Studios in Blantyre, we bring you the morning edition of MBC News with me, Evelis Tingambe. Our top stories. Malawi has a new president, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP. Former presidents congratulate Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika on his victory in the just-ended elections. And in sports, the Malawi under-21 national netball team qualifies for the quarterfinals of the Netball World Youth Cup. Thank you for joining us. Now the news in detail. Malawi has a new president. He is Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP. Announcing the results at BICC in Lilongwe, Malawi Electoral Commission Chairperson Justice Annabel Ndalimanja said Professor Mutharika has won with 3,035,249 votes, representing 56.8% of the total votes cast. He is followed by Dr. Lazarus Chakwera of the Malawi Congress Party, who amassed 1,765,170 votes, representing 33.0% of the total votes cast, while Dr. Dalito Kabambe of UTM accumulated 211,413 votes, representing 4.0%.
I declare candidate Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika as the President-elect of and Justice Dr. Jane Maemu Ansah AC retired as the President and Vice President-elect of the Republic of Malawi following the September 25 presidential general election. The assessment of the Commission is that the presidential election was free and fair, and that the results are a true reflection of the people of Malawi as envisaged under Section 12 of the Constitution of the Republic of Malawi. On behalf of the entire Commission, I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. You have been elected by the people of Malawi to lead them into a brighter future. You have been bestowed with the heavy responsibility of leading the development agenda of the nation for the next 5 years. We urge you to work and to perform your best, and not to betray the trust and confidence of the people of Malawi who have elected you as their president and vice president. Let us all work together to save our country and to give our future generations a better, stronger, and prosperous Malawi. Let us maintain peace and public order following the declaration of these results.
Outgoing President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera conceded defeat in the just-ended September 16th presidential election. Dr. Chakwera has since congratulated President-elect Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. He has also called on Malawians to render the President-elect the support they have rendered to him during his term of office.
From those official results, it was clear that my main rival, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, had already secured an insurmountable lead and is the presumptive winner of the presidential election. For this reason, a moment ago, I called Professor Mutharika directly to congratulate him on his historic victory and to wish him well in his upcoming tenure as the 7th President of the Republic of Malawi. I have done this because I accept the results of the presidential election that the Malawi Electoral Commission has already validated and released, just as I will accept the final result that the Commission is scheduled to announce at 2 p.m. I know that to many of you who supported my campaign for re-election, this outcome is disappointing. But I want you to know that I will forever be grateful for your trust in me and for your support of my candidacy.
Former President of the Republic of Malawi, who is also President of the People's Party, Joyce Banda, has congratulated President-elect Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, wishing him well in leading Malawians and in addressing the ongoing economic meltdown. Meanwhile, former Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, Kassim Chilumba, has also congratulated Mutharika on his win of a second term in office. In his statement, Chilumba urged all Malawians to embrace unity and support while putting aside political differences to build a stronger and more prosperous Malawi. On the same, President of United Transformation Movement, UTM, Dalitso Kabambe, in his congratulatory message, has emphasized the importance of Malawi's peace in ensuring growth of the country's democracy. Concurrently, leader of Enlightened Christian Gathering ECG, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri, wishes Professor Mutharika wisdom, strength and divine guidance to lead the country in a way that uplifts every Malawian. Furthermore, President of Anyamata Atsigana and Azimai Akwame Bandawe and President of the People's Development Party PDP Kondwani Nkrumah wishes Mutharika success and urged contestants in the just conducted elections to work together with Mutharika in building Malawi. Malawians went to the polls on the 16th of September to choose president, parliamentary and local government representatives. The Civil Society Elections Integrity Forum has congratulated President-elect Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika for his victory in the September 16 elections. The organization's leader, Benedicto Gondowe, made the remarks during a press briefing in the capital, Lilongwe. Speaking at the presser, Gondowe expressed optimism that Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika will serve Malawians diligently. He also commended outgoing President Lazarus Chakwera, who is also the leader of the MCP, for conceding defeat in the elections. According to Kondowe, Chakwera's action demonstrates his commitment to democratic principles. Vice President of the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, in the North, Jabi Muhango, says DPP has come back to power to continue developing the northern region. Muhango made the remarks in Mzuzu when hundreds of its supporters celebrated the victory of Professor Peter Mutharika in the presidential election. Blessings Gondwe has a report.
Thousands of DPP and Afford supporters marched from Katoto ground into streets of Mzuzu City in celebration of Professor Peter Mutharika's victory in the presidential election with a commanding lead over MCP candidate Dr. Lazarus Chakwera. In his remarks, DPP Vice President for the North, Jabi Muhango, says their incoming government will continue to develop the North.
A very exciting moment in the family of the Democratic Progressive Party under the leadership of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. No, we've just won the elections that were held on the 16th. And we're happy that the president, the incumbent president, has conceded that DPP, under the leadership of Professor Peter Mutharika, has actually won the elections.
Dr. Lazarus Chakwera has conceded defeat and congratulated Professor Peter Mutharika for emerging victorious in the presidential race held on 16 September this month. Blessings Gondwe, MBC News, Mzuzu.
You're watching MBC News and you are with me, Evelis Chingambe. A reminder of the top stories. Malawi has a new president, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP. Former presidents congratulate Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika on his victory in the just-ended elections. And in sports, the Malawi Under-21 national netball team qualifies for the quarterfinals of the Netball World Youth Cup. Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture has stressed the need for collaboration between the private sector and government to transform Malawi's sugarcane industry through innovation and inclusive growth. Principal Secretary responsible for irrigation in the ministry, Geoffrey Mamba, was speaking in Kotakota during Dwangwa Grower Day. Yamikani Simtowe has the report.
In 2024, Ilova Sugar Company started hosting Dwangwa Grower Day to celebrate small-scale sugarcane farmers. This year, the event was held under the theme Optimizing Cane Grower Yield through Irrigation. Principal Secretary responsible for irrigation in the Ministry of Agriculture, Geoffrey Mamba, said farmers should use modern equipment and techniques in their farming activities to maximize profits. Mamba was hopeful that the newly enacted sugar law will help boost productivity and strengthen collaboration between processors and growers. He also emphasized the importance of collaboration between small-scale sugarcane farmers, sugarcane buying companies, and the government to ensure that sugarcane farming contributes to the economic growth of Malawi.
So it's incumbent upon both the government as well as Ilova as the private sector to ensure that our farmers are capacitated in terms of irrigation so that they can be producing premium kind of cane. If they produce premium kind of cane, certainly the outcome, which is the sugar and its products, they will be of premium quality and they will be attracting lots of money, both at the domestic level as well as forex.
Ilova Sugar Malawi Limited Managing Director Ronald Ngwira said farmers are essential in sugar production and should be encouraged to adopt modern but environmentally friendly practices. Ngwira also reaffirmed the company's commitment to empowering local sugarcane farmers and boosting the national economy through strategic support and innovation.
We are aware that we've come out of 2 seasons of lower production. This year the production in the fields has been good. Yes, we did have a little bit of a delay from the start, but the supply should be fine. There are national challenges that need to be addressed as we are losing a lot of sugar across the borders. So it's a supply and demand issue, but there is enough sugar to go around. We're trying to make sure that we are efficiently running and that we have enough materials to keep the factory going, enough petrol and diesel to keep the planting going so that we have a good 2026.
25% of the sugarcane that Ilova processes into sugar at Dwangwa comes from farmers who belong to various groups under an umbrella body, the Lake Shore Cane Growers Association. Board chairperson of the association, Robert Seala, said the event provides opportunity for farmers to learn and understand modern farming tools and techniques from various companies that showcase or explain their work to the farmers. Robert Seala commended Ilova for its continued support to smallholder farmers and called for deeper engagement to increase growers' stake in the business.
It has been a forum where we have been exchanging information on products and services that are available out there to improve sugarcane production, and we saw some displays which are offering solutions to irrigation for cane. We also went through the banks which are giving us products that can support sugarcane producers in terms of accessing loans for improving their sugarcane production.
Ilova Sugar Malawi Limited produces raw and refined sugar for both domestic and export markets. Yamikan Simtowe, MPC.
Malawians have been urged to embrace domestic travel as a way of promoting the country's tourism sector. Speaking to Embassy, Public Relations Officer for the Ministry of Tourism, Joseph Nkosi, said it is high time Malawians began traveling within the country to appreciate its natural beauty. We have a report.
Malawi joined the rest of the world in commemorating World Tourism Day, which falls on 27th September each year. In Malawi, the day will be marked under the theme Tidziamba Ndife, encouraging citizens to visit local destinations across the country. Public Relations Officer for the Ministry of Tourism, Joseph Nkosi, said the entire month of September has been dedicated to encouraging Malawians to appreciate and support the development of the tourism industry.
So the theme for the month was the tourism and sustainable transformation. But we also, as a ministry, we also noted that there's a need to encourage the domestic travel. So there are issues to do, there are themes to do, or slogans to do with Tidziamba Ndife Malawi, as we have explained. And there's also a slogan which we say, everything, everyone, tourism. The idea is to instill the spirit of travel within Malawians. Malawians should be able to appreciate their natural endowments. We have a beautiful country that if we don't promote it as ourselves as Malawians, then no one will be there to promote it for us. So the idea is to create awareness for us Malawians to know that the product that we have is unique and it's important and we can enjoy it.
EcoTrek Safaris, one of the leading travel agents in the country, has organized a 3-day event in Mangochi, Cape Macrae, as part of the commemorations. Manager of EcoTrek Safaris, Albert Zagalia, said they were motivated to bring Malawians together for the event, a move aligned with this year's national theme, Tidziamba Ndife.
Those who love their country, we are inviting them. They take their time from 26th to 28th of September. We are going to Cape Macrae, one of the tourism hotspots in Malawi. So there we have organized an event to celebrate Malawian tourism. There, the government, it put aside this space at Lake Malawi National Park just to make sure we conserve the nature of this country.
Malawi boasts many tourist destinations, including Lake Malawi National Park, Nyika Plateau, Kasungu National Park, and the Mulanje and Chongoni Mountains, some of which are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
In sports, the Malawi Under-21 national netball team has reached the quarterfinals of the Netball World Youth Cup, which is taking place in Gibraltar after demolishing Barbados by 70-23 goals in the final Group D match played last night. The Baby Queens took full control of the match from the start, leading in all the 4 quarters before sealing an emphatic victory. The win means that the team has won 3 group matches and lost 1. Malawi will face giants New Zealand in the quarterfinals today. And well, that item also concludes this edition of MBC News. A reminder of the top stories before we leave. Malawi has a new president, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika of the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP. Former presidents congratulate Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika on his victory in the just-ended elections. The Malawi Under-21 netball team qualifies for the quarterfinals of the Netball World Youth Cup. You were with me, Evelis Jingambe. Thanks for watching and good morning.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.